Hey there, and what's up, y'all? I know it's been a little bit of time since we got together, but we're back with another Goddess Energy update for the month of September. So I want to say thank you to all of you who have been subscribing and liking and commenting and booking your free consultations and booking your paid services. We are doing great work out in the world. I noticed that I've been attracting a lot of fellow healers out there in the world. So let me move the table up because I want y'all to really hear me. So I just want to say that I'm really appreciative of all the love and support that I've been getting and receiving, and let's continue for that love and support to go around. So when you're ready to book your service, I do again offer a free consultation alignment call. It's really an alignment call. I help you get into alignment with the personal goal of yours, whether that be a spiritual or emotional goal. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at 3 different areas. And we're going to look at your global predictions, your personal predictions. We're also going to look at the goddesses that are coming through for this month. And then finally, we're going to get some advice from those goddesses. So the way that I like to do this is I like to focus on the global energy, which is kind of some of the things that the earth, Gaia, the Mother Earth is trying to tell us, and how we can be more communal and more give more reciprocity back to all of the nurturement that the earth gives to us, right? So we're going to start there. I don't like long intros, and I know that intro was long enough. So let's keep it rolling. And let's see again. And I want to just say, clear the circle. So that message is only rooted in divine love, divine wisdom, and divine truth are allowed through Ashe. Asking our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides to please stand at the point so that I can channel messages in truth and clarity only, Ashe. And I ask for the goddesses to please come forth. I don't know if any of y'all felt that in your heart chakra the way that I did just now, but we're going to again start with the global energy, and I want to say thank you to the great mothers for being here right now. All right, let's see. Planetarily. Let's see what's going on. You saw how that came out? Okay. What else on the planet do you want us to know, Great Mother? What else is going on in our planet that you want us to know about? Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my gosh. All of these are fire cards. One water card. Fire. Oive. Hold on. I'm doing too much too quick. But it's the energy that I'm channeling. I'm like, I feel like I'm erupting. I feel like I'm a volcano that's erupting. So fire, Shakti, which is more fire. And then you have C's for purity. So before I even look really at these cards, let me tell you what's going on. The earth is undergoing a purification process. It is initiating is the word that the goddesses are telling me to use. The earth is initiating a purification process. What is this purification? Let's look and see. So the first card that we had that came out was expression. There's something that the Great Mother and the goddesses of the earth are trying to express to us right now in this point, in this time. The number that you see here is the number 8, and this is the number of reciprocity. It's the number of give and take. It's the number of infinity. So when I think of infinity, I also feel that this is something that will always happen. Hold on, y'all. And we're back. So what I'm seeing here is that the earth is undergoing a cleansing process. It's a cleansing. I'm hearing the word ritual, but with this Shakti card here, and if you look really closely at her face, do you see? I'm trying to see if you can like see it. Like her face is very calm, it's very at peace, it's very still. And I feel that with that, it's symbolizing a recentering or a resetting, like there's energy that is being reset within the earth's core. And the reason why I bring that up is because wow, isn't that so interesting how that light just went out, y'all? Okay, hold on. Okay, where were we? As I was saying, as you can see here with the calmness, or maybe you can see of this energy in this card, and Shakti, just in case you're not aware, Shakti usually, move this up, Shakti usually symbolizes the feminine union in the when it comes to the divine feminine, divine masculine archetype. So it's the feminine property. It's it's related to your kundalini. The Shakti power is the divine feminine force, is the words that I'm trying to pretty much say. So it's as if the divine feminine force is trying to express itself. It's trying to speak. It's trying to get a message across. It's trying to make itself clear, or clearer this time. And I do, like I always say, everything is everything. So a lot of that is going to tie into what we are doing on the inside. And this message of trying to make itself clear, because you also have Ace Illumination here in reverse, and then we have the completion card. So there's something that is incomplete. There's work that's incomplete. And in order for that work to get complete, and it's like, what type of work? When we're thinking globally, that work could symbolize having decency amongst and across all humanity, and having that decency go in an exchange with how we interact with our nature, with our environment, with our earth. And the reason why I say that is because the only water card that we have, and we have another water card at the bottom of the deck, I'll show you in a minute, but it's about purity. And this card here, number 10, always symbolizes the energy of balance and how we are either in balance or not in balance. And when something is not in balance, what is the thing that must be done to bring it back into balance? And that is to purify the energy, to cleanse, to clean, to clear, to in order for rejuvenation to come in. So what this is showing me is that we are cleansing, we are clearing, we are purifying, or the earth is purifying itself. So a lot of what I'm feeling or what I'm seeing is going to happen is more, I'm seeing underwater volcanic eruptions. I don't know if I'm sure we do, but I don't know what type of science will test or detect those type of eruptions, but I do see underwater volcanic eruptions that are happening. And I do also see more fires. I'm seeing like fires, just more fires that are happening. And one of the things that the earth is trying to bring into balance and trying to unify is love. Bringing back the force of love between us all. A lot of you might be seeing the numbers 222 a lot, which equates to 6, which is symbolic of balance. So again, I do feel like this balance is going to tie into how are we balancing ourselves? How are we balancing our energy with our habits that are what we would call vices? Do you overdrink? Do you oversmoke? Do you overeat? Do you overtext? Do you over social media? Do you over work out? Sometimes you can work out too much. Do you over, restrict yourself on things that you really like that bring you joy? So I do feel that there's a balance that's happening on the internal, which is being reflected in the external and the world around us. Or perhaps it's the other way around. Perhaps the earth around us is reflecting to us an energy that we are now activating within. And again, at the root of it all, I feel like it is about our expression, our desire to express ourselves, and our need to express a certain truth, and not a truth in a way where you're going to say something, right? You know what, honey, I've been meaning to tell you, I've been harboring money in a secret account offshore, like not things like that, but an expression that is a part of, like, maybe there's a part of you who wants to start dressing a little bit more provocatively. Maybe there's a part of you who wants to be an artist. Maybe there's a part of you who really wants to travel and just see the world. So it's an inner soul level expression, something on the soul level that wants to be expressed. And when you suppress something that is on the soul level that needs to come out, eruption can happen. And that eruption in the body can appear in the form of imbalances in our chakras, which can cause blockages, and which is the leading factor behind a lot of diseases. If you tie your ailments on or if you assess your ailments on a metaphysical scale, which a lot of Western culture does not do. So again, Unfortunately to say, I do see more wildfires happening, more underwater, or I don't know if they've been happening already, but I'm saying more because I feel like they've already been happening, but underwater volcanic eruptions and the earth purifying itself. I do also see something with dolphins, like there's dolphins that are going to be something happening with dolphins, like dolphins are going to wash ashore or something irregular that will be, this is all in September, y'all, something irregular that may happen in I guess marine biologists who study in particular dolphins, they'll notice a different pattern in them. And I know that dolphins and whales, squid too, are some octopus or octopi, are some of the most intelligent underwater or marine life animals in the marine life kingdom. So when I think of a change in patterns, I'm hearing migratory patterns, or just a thing that dolphins did for forever when we've studied them, and now it's like, whoa, dolphins are starting to do this, or dolphins are starting to get up and, like, you know, they starting to dance and shit, like some not that animated, but something definitely I see happening with dolphins. All right, so let's move on. So now we're going to look at, y'all, the personal predictions for September, the overall energy and what we can expect, looking at what our focus should be and how we can transition through that energy. All right, let's see. We have here the Star card, the Five of Wands. Okay, I'm going to take all of these cards that came up. I usually don't do that like that, but I feel like doing it like that right now. Okay, so we have here the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have here the Nine of Wands. We have here the Eight of Swords. You also have the Six of Cups, the Five of Wands, and finally the Star card in reverse. If you want to see it upright, there you go. All right, so let's see. Allow me a moment to sit with this message. Hang out with me while I do. Okay, I get it. So a few things that are happening for us. There is a halt. There is a pause, a halt, a delay. There is kind of the word halt, and we're going to stick with that word, that is coming into play for September for a lot of plans that you may have had. Whatever your plans look like, love plans, relocation plans, career plans, business plans, money plans, fitness goal plans, okay? So there's a halt on your plans that I see that's happening, mainly because there are external forces that are not getting back to you. So you might be waiting on information to come in. You may be waiting for, if you're going through a divorce, you might be waiting for your ex-spouse to finally sign the documents. Like, there's something that is causing a bit of a delay before you are able to proceed in this particular plan that you have. Now, the reason for the delay is because you may have missed something. So it's a cause for you to do two things. The first thing is really simple. The first thing is so you can exercise patience. I feel that you are rushing, perhaps, for this plan to be executed, and in that rushing of this plan's execution, it's causing your judgment to be clouded, your judgment to not be clear, your judgment to be off. And it's also causing you to move from the wounded part of you. Even if this is, I'm not talking to this person anymore, this relationship is over, I'm feeling for some of you, it's causing you to move in your lower nature. The quote that everybody says when Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. It's like you are like, when they go low, bitch, I'm going lower. What's good? So this is causing you to stop going lower and to really assess the lessons that kind of came with this painful experience that led up to this plan of whatever you're doing, whether it's a plan of departure, a plan of expansion, of rebuilding, rebranding, again, relocation, like I said. So in September, my point is, don't expect a lot to move quickly, to move fast. Don't expect great big changes to happen in a blink, in an instant. Expect things to happen for you gradually, to gradually come in. And I really hear around the month, the day, the 29th. So this is not until the end of the month that I'm hearing that, okay? And what will come in towards that time frame is a peace offering. So I do see, out of all of the turmoil you might have dealt with this individual or this particular contact, and I'm saying contact because however this person is associated with your plan, or it could be a company. Maybe you're going for a new job and you're like, oh my goodness, why don't they get back to me? I don't want to go for a third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Yo, what's up with jobs doing like 5 interviews? Like, really? I gotta go on a 5th interview? I'm not trying to be the CEO of this bitch. I just want to be a customer service rep. Okay? So I digress. I think that you and this plan, right? You've made attempts. I'm going to refer to this thing as a plan. Okay, so please plug in whatever it is for you as I refer to it as a plan henceforward. So you and this plan, you may have had attempts before. You might have given it a good old try in the past. And now you're like, all right, fine. So what I see happening is that instead of you doing the same old things that you've done before, because remember, you have to pause. You have to pause and reflect and be like, all right, I surrender. You win. You got the power. You got it. I'm going to take the high road. I'm going to gracefully bow out. I'm going to let you do you, and I'm going to do me. And we'll see how our paths will cross in the future. But I do see here that there's a peace offering that will be extended to you. You're hesitant to take it because you see how her hands are like all folded back. She's like, yeah, that's cute, but I mean, you gave me those before, and every time you gave them to me before, they were not really, they weren't true. Like, you lied before. I really feel like for many of you, this is a love reading. I try to keep it general so that everybody can eat at my table, but I do feel like this is really tampering, knocking, and tapping on those of y'all who are dealing with lovers. Okay, remember, we're gonna call them plans. So if it's not a lover, it's a job. And also, it's like some of you who worked at a job for a long time and you're like, I know I should leave this place, and maybe you really like your boss, or you just, sometimes we're like conditioned to just be attached to a place, and also it's just hard to find another good job. Okay, so you're not quick to create the chaos in your life. But I just want to say that this offer that you are going to be receiving it's not truly kind of genuine. It's not truly pure. The person is not really moving from their authentic self. And it's not because they don't want to, but it's because, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's because they don't, or I'm saying they, because I really feel like it's a person. But this plan is not yet ready for you. Like, the reason why this plan is being halted for you to move forward is not because it's not because you don't have, you're not ready. It's because it's not ready for you. It's not ready to welcome you onto its team. It's almost like this thing that you're seeking doesn't match and meet you in its value. So because of that, if you were to enter it, it would be chaotic. If you were to go back into this relationship, it would be chaotic. If you were to re-enter this work dynamic, it would be chaotic. If you were to go into this apartment complex or this housing settlement or whatever, it would be chaotic. If you were to move forward with this, signing this contract to be a project manager with this company, it would be chaotic. I just feel like whatever it is that you would choose to accept from this plan is not one that is in alignment with your divine assignment, because you have here the Star card in reverse, which is telling me that there's another path for you. There is something else that's there for you, and you're being asked with this Page of Swords here to stay on your guard, to keep your eye open for other messages that may be, not messages, opportunities, they're saying, There's other opportunities that are going to be coming in for you that will replace what it is that you are biting yourself for. But you have to hold the position. I told you, a lot of you, it's love, or it's the thing that you love most. Oh my gosh, I really just want to work with animals, so I'm going to try to get a job here, even though I heard terrible things about this place. And it's like, well, that's going to get halted because you don't realize you're about to go get a job where you're pretty much going to run a farm of animals at your own, you know, your own full power. So that is what I'm seeing that's happening on a personal level, to not feel defeated when that resistance to what it is that you're calling in comes up, to not feel defeated that you can't move forward with your plan, you can't execute your plan, and it's really just kind of being blocked because there's a lesson that you have to learn in your value, and your value is greater than this plan that you're executing. You have a higher calling, you have a higher mission, and there's a greater love that awaits you. So I do want to see what is the goddess energy. We're going to keep today pretty short. So let's see what the goddess energy is that's coming up. And I ask for the goddesses that will be most present to us in the month of September to please come forth now and speak to us. Which goddesses will be most present in the month of September? Okay. We have, yeah. So I've been hearing her name for weeks, and this is Kali Ma, okay? Or Kali. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. I really feel like that's, oh wow, that's so aligned with the purification, releasing the old and allowing the new to come in. And also on a personal level, you being halted, you being stopped, you being prevented, because this kind of looks like a halt, like a hand going up saying stopped, you cannot proceed, so that things can go forward. And with Ona here, or Una, easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. That definitely is telling me that, yeah, what you think, there's pretty much what it's going to sum it up is this. And it says, this quote, it's man plans, but God laughs. Pretty much. I didn't say that well, but man makes his plans and then God laughs, because it's like, oh yeah, sure, you think you're going to do that, you think you're going to work there, you think you're going to be with this person. I got something way better for you, kid. But you just have to release your desire to control everything and allow the higher power, allow the universe, or allow God to pull and draw that in to you. Because like Abraham Hicks, if you're familiar with her teachings, you've already put into the vortex what it is that you want. You've been doing that lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So you don't have to keep reminding God. It's like when you tell somebody, or when somebody asks you to do a favor, right? And then you say, all right, no problem, I got you, I'm gonna handle that, I got you. And then they come back like, hey, can you do that for me? Like, yo, I heard you, I got you, no problem, I'll take care of it. And then they come back a third time in a few minutes and you're like, yo, you asked me to do it. I told you I'm going to do it. Chill out. Okay. And then they come back again and you're like, yo, I'm not doing it now. Now you're going to wait. You're going to have to wait until I get good and ready to handle that. So it's like, if you keep pestering God, like, I want a good man, I want a good man, I want a good man, I want more money, I want more money, I want to live in Las Vegas, I want to, whatever it is y'all want out there. God gonna be like, yo, I heard you the first time, bruh. I'm working on it. But you don't realize all the other things that have to go into play in order to get you from A to B, and then from B to C, and then C all the way down to Z. That takes a lot of orchestration here. So just sit back, relax, and let me do my thing. I'm God. You just do the earthly shit. So that's really what I'm like kind of feeling for y'all. So last minute advice, and then y'all are out of here. Other advice for this month, spirit and goddesses, as we navigate this energy. Last minute advice, goddesses, that you want us to know. I got a lot of cards, and I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to start with the first one. It says cloud watch. Ha ha ha. So some of y'all are being guided to get out in nature and just look up in the open skies. I think some of you will start to see signs in the skies, whether it's like, you know, feeling like a kid because you just saw an airplane. Oh, there's a spider in my corner. The corner of my room, I do think that there's a spider up there. But it's like being inspired to just be a kid again, and like just taking leisure in observing the sky, looking at the sunset, looking at the sunrise, looking at how the clouds meet the sky at noon, at night, in the midday, in the evening, at dusk, at dawn, and just giving appreciation to those things and acknowledging the magnitude of God and of the universe and of the earth and how it's able to hold up a sky. Oh my goodness. Ashe to Atlas, y'all. Then divine light. So again, I do feel that there is divine insight that is going to be coming in, but you gotta just release, you know, be still, be cool, and allow it to come in. This could be a good time for y'all to spend some more time doing sun bathing, sitting in the sun, basking in the sun. The sun, I don't believe, well, at least where I'm at, so I won't talk too much, but sitting in the sun, basking in the sun during times of day where the sun is not too strong, too potent, so that way you can draw in the energy to activate the light. I see that there is soul activation or light activation that's happening, or that will happen for those of you if you sit in sunlight, you know, protect your skin and etc. And here, this issue is growing because you choose to ignore it. So this is relating to that plan, that project that I felt that y'all were working towards. And while it says that the issue is growing because you choose to ignore it, I'm feeling like not choosing to ignore it, but choosing to ignore the parts that you don't have control over. Choosing to ignore the really the parts that you don't have control over, because you can only manipulate and control the areas in which you are involved in, especially if this is a relationship. You can't dictate how a person feels. You can only manage and dictate how you feel. So you definitely need to be more confident as you go through this month, as you're transitioning through this month. Again, going back to this issue is growing because you choose to ignore it. Knowing how to apply your attention to things that are deserving and worthy of your attention. And wow, didn't we say this before? Not losing faith. Do not lose your faith. Do not lose sight of what it is that you are desiring, not what you're building. Because remember, I told you take a little bit of the back seat because God said, yo, look, I got it. Don't worry, I'm gonna handle it from here. But this is also not saying, well, I'll just forget about it for now. And no, it's like, still have faith. Like, I'll forget about it. Like, you know, Christmas is coming December 25th. Those of you who acknowledge Christmas, okay? It's coming December 25th every year. Every year, December 25th, little kids, most of them around the world, wake up to gifts under the tree. Okay? So it's like never has a year happened where someone's like, I have faith that December 25th is going to come and go and Christmas is not going to be a national holiday. That shit is a national holiday every year. So the same way Christmas is going to happen, this dream, plan, desire is going to happen as well. But when December 25th comes, and this is when your divine timing comes, okay? Old stagnant energy is being released right now. That's why it's being halted. That's why it's being prevented from you, because you are not done with releasing. Remember I said before that you might be moving in like your lower nature, like, you know, so that shit has to get cleared out before you're able to appreciate the good stuff that's coming into you. And then we have the number 2. Said earlier, we were seeing a lot of 222s for the balance. And then absolutely, that just tells me that this is absolutely happening for you on the soul level. That does conclude our time today, y'all. Thank you so much for being here with me. I think it's time that you and I met. So go ahead and book your free consultation. The details are all in my description box. And if you're ready to take that further, go ahead and book yourself a free or actual consultation Free. Everybody's free. You get free. An actual consultation or a tarot reading. I'd be delighted to work with you. But until next time, Love Naturally is out, y'all.